President Obama once famously said that he's not against all wars, he's just against dumb wars. Well, I feel the same exact way about drone strikes. I'm not against all drone strikes, I'm just against dumb drone strikes. Now, what is dumb drone strikes? For example, we do signature strikes, where we have no idea who we're hitting. We just see some signatures. There might be weapons in the area. There might be this, there might be that. Let's just bomb them just in case. We do double taps. That is, after we do an initial bombing, when people go in to rescue them, including doctors and first responders, we hit them again. That's outrageous. That is counterproductive. That causes enemies to the United States of America that we don't need. And by the way, we also do drone strikes on U.S. citizens. I know it's uncomfortable, but it's true. No due process. We never go to a court. We've already executed 3 U.S. citizens abroad without a trial. That is outrageous. That is a dumb drone strike. Now, John Brennan, who's the top counterterrorism advisor for the president, says, don't worry about that. Quote, if we have a high degree of confidence that innocent civilians will not be injured or killed, it is exceedingly rare, but it has happened. In other words, civilian deaths, almost never. Really? Well, now NYU and Stanford have done a study, and they did some research in the area, and they found out that in fact 884 civilians have been killed just in northwest Pakistan alone, including 176 children. This doesn't help the United States of America, it hurts our cause. Now, the researchers went on the record and talked about what they found out. Some amazing things. Let's go to the first clip.
One of the things we found is that there are entire communities who live in areas where drones are flying overhead 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at times. And these people don't know when those drones will strike. They don't know who they will strike. The result is symptoms of psychological disorder, of trauma, of severe anxiety, and of dysfunctionality. We heard stories of people who won't leave their houses.
How would you feel if there was a drone over your head at all times and you never knew when they were going to strike, whether you were innocent or guilty? That wouldn't feel very good, would it? Let alone the double taps. That's what they talk about next.
The people with whom we spoke in the communities affected, almost without exception, told us when there's a drone strike, we won't go near afterwards. And we even heard this from some medical professionals.
And it gets worse. This is the one that bothers me most because unfortunately, they have tarnished the name of America that used to be such a great name to be revered throughout the world. Listen to what they think of America now.
One of the things we heard from several people is that they didn't know what America was before drones. And now what they know of America is drones, death, and terror.
That's not what I want people to think of America. Look, this doesn't help us. When we kill those 176 children, it's an absolute crime in and of itself. But outside of that, you think it helps our cause? Every one of those families is going to despise us forever. How many terrorists do we create with killing civilians like this? All right, now I'm going to bring in Robert Greenwald. He's the president of Brave New Foundation, director of films like Rethink Afghanistan, Iraq Uncovered, Koch Brothers Exposed. Robert, great to have you here. Tell me about how you got involved, why you got involved in Living Under Drones research project here.
Well, at Brave New Foundation, on our War Cost campaign, we've been researching drones for the last 6 months. We're making a full-length film. We're doing short pieces. I'm going to go to Pakistan in fairly soon. And we heard about this study by the Stanford and NYU people, and we reached out to them. We said, you know, a study is great, but where we can help you is we can do a video. And the video will reach a different audience, a wider audience. So when we started reading this study, you know, we were absolutely extraordinarily upset with what we were reading, but we knew that we could turn it into the video that you showed clips of and that people are sending all over today.
No, you're absolutely right, and I send it all over. It's just 7 minutes, and it gives you the whole story, and it's really powerful. But now a lot of people, of course, are going to criticize you and say, how could you, right before an election, criticize a Democrat like this? How could you, Robert?
Well, I'd like to think that there are issues that we're committed to, and it's not about frankly, even the name of the party. It's what do we care about? This is a moral issue. This is a security issue. This is an issue about the kind of country we are. And I think it's important to raise it. I think it's important to talk about it. And I think it's important to say to people, this policy is not making you any safer. Whether Obama's been hemmed in by the military, who knows what all of the reality is. But we know this, as you just said in the beginning, this doesn't make sense on almost any level. 175 children who've been killed. And if we think about that for a minute, every single member of their family and their extended families, what is that doing? This area, by the way, is an area where there is one doctor for every 7,000 people. Now, can you imagine, let's be wild-eyed liberals for a minute, can you imagine what sending in some doctors might do? You think that might be a little more effective?
Yeah, you know, and the thing is, you know, I sent this around. I also talked about Social Security today, and people are attacking me saying, oh, I guess you want Mitt Romney to win. Do you watch the show even for a minute? Right? That's not the issue here, but we've got to... And President Obama said, hey, listen, put pressure on me from the outside. Well, isn't this exactly it? To do the right thing and to be productive so we don't go in the wrong direction.
Well, and we've seen it. We've seen where's there been most effectiveness? The immigrant community and the LGBT community, because they put pressure on the issues.
That's a great point.
And this is a fundamental issue. Of course we want Obama to be reelected. He will be reelected. But boy, have we got our work cut out for us to be talking about this and to be creating a peace movement that's willing to challenge him and challenge the Pentagon and not go quietly into the night.
Don't go quietly into the night, exactly. Robert, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, Elliot Spitzer, of course, is next with Viewpoint. Elliot, what do you have for us?